Hello, I'm Simone Ennifer-Doyle, Chief Executive of Life Lights, and it's wonderful to see you here for this online celebration. So Life Lights is delighted that despite the pandemic and not being able to meet you all in person as we would have liked, that we've been able to get to Francis House Children's Hospice to donate a brand new package of our magical technology for the children cared for there. And it's thanks for the very generous donations from our supporters such as Jingle Jam, Freemasons of East Lancashire, Pennington Bequest and the Joan Wilkinson Charitable Trust that we are able to provide this 4-year package of our very special technology and support the children using this hospice service. And it's also thanks to the diligence and application of our staff and our supporters that we've been able to continue donating our equipment throughout the pandemic to ensure that the children we exist to support have been given the opportunities they need to escape the confines of their conditions and the added isolation which COVID has imposed on them. We were able to continue our training as well by taking it online, and we've transferred our popular hospice staff conference to a video format to ensure that children's hospice staff can make informed choices about the equipment which would be most suited to their children's needs and helping them to play, be creative and very importantly to communicate and control something for themselves in a world where everything else is done for them. And it's not to forget that this package includes maintenance of the technology and training for the Francis House children's staff on how to get the very best out of it with the children that they care for. So as I've indicated, the technology will make the impossible possible by enabling these children, whatever their abilities, to escape the confines of their conditions and into a land of make-believe where they can join in with the world around them. One of the exciting new pieces of technology that you've seen there is a tilt and touch table, and as the name implies, the tilt and touch table has a very large touchscreen computer which is raised up and down in height, but it's also, the important thing is that it's on wheels, which it means it can go wherever the child is in the hospice, and they can be sat on the floor or in a wheelchair, or even if they're in bed, and then they'll be able to play games and have fun by themselves or with friends and family. So yeah, everything we do is in partnership with the Children's Hospice Services across the British Isles, and so we are delighted that thanks to our supporters we're able to help the children who use the services of Francis House Children's Hospice. I'd like to hand over now to David Ireland, who's the Chief Executive of Francis House, to say a little more about how this technology will impact the children in their care.
I wanted to say a big thank you from everyone at Francis House to the Life Lights organisation. I was explaining to Simone earlier that Francis House has been with Life Lights from the very beginning of the charity, and we've been very grateful over the years for the ever-developing technology that you've allowed us to experience. Over the last 2 years, things have been particularly difficult for our young people, and at the beginning of the COVID pandemic, all our young people were being cared for in their own rooms, so mobile technology was really important to us at that time. We're coming out and families are coming more into the main living areas now, but it still needs us to provide things that stimulate the children, many of whom, and a far greater number than we've had in the past, coming with acute complex needs. At Francis House, we care for the whole family, brothers, sisters, mums, dads, and we really like technology that allows everybody in the family to do things together, because so often the sick child can't do things with the other children in the family. It's very exciting to see how things develop year on year, and we're glad to have this refreshing new equipment that will help us to care for our young people in a very different way and help the staff to interact with them and provide sensory experience that they wouldn't get otherwise. So from everybody at Francis House, from staff, from families, from the trustees, from all the people who help us to care for the children, we want to thank all of your supporters and you, Life Lights, for everything you've done for us, and long may it continue. Thank you.
Thank you for those kind words, David. It's terrific to hear how much impact you think it's going to make, and our new technology that we provided this time round. It's always something different every 4 years, so I'm really pleased that we've been able to do this. We couldn't do it without our supporters, as I've said, and so I wanted to mark this special occasion by presenting a certificate to you for you to display at Francis House, recognising all those donors. I also wanted to say, please don't forget, you have your training vouchers, and so you can call on us when your staff need training, because it's so important that your staff know how to use this equipment with your children. So please remember that, like our training and the equipment and maintenance from Lifelights, this is all provided at no cost to the hospice, and you only have to ask us. So, without further ado, I would like to declare this package open for all your children and families there to enjoy. Thank you everyone for joining this celebration with us today.